Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by HoodTech Productions or HoodTech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC. The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
It is now time.
It's time.
Get ready. Get ready.
Let's do it.
Yeah. What's up, world? What it do? Welcome back to another edition of HoodTech the HoodCast, a very special one. www.hoodtechproductions.com. This is the best of HoodCast 2022. I am your host. Well, the show is pretty much going to do itself, but I'm here. G-Mac the boss. G-Mac the boss, baby. Happy New Year's, everybody. The second part of HoodTech Presents the HoodCast. We here at the end of 2022. Everybody got different resolutions or whatever. So, I'm not going to waste y'all time and, just be talking. I'm just here filling in. You see what I'm saying? So I just put together this little collage of clips from 2022. Of course, the second part. So, we haven't did anything about our interviews that we have been having all year. So, with this HoodCast, I shall showcase some of our interviews that we had. Hold on a second. Oh, before I go any further, if you would like your music played on HoodTech Presents the HoodCast, in 2023, we actually finna start playing, doing videos as well. If you want your video played or your music played on HoodTech Presents the HoodCast, please send us your original music to thehoodcast@gmail.com. And without further ado, time to get on to the best of HoodCast 2022. Enjoy.
Suavio the Don.
What it do, Big Drip Gang? Lil Rock, what's happening?
That's right.
Yeah.
So we got Suavio the Don in the building with us tonight, man. We're gonna have a good time. Suavio, how you feeling tonight, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
No problem,
man. Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Much obliged.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us, my brother. Thank you. We really appreciate it. I've been checking you out. Actually, last couple of months, watching you getting ready while you pushing out that toxic joint and the video joints. I was like, man, let me reach out to this dude because pretty soon it's gonna be hard to catch up with. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my bid in early. I ain't one of them motherfuckers coming running after shit blow up. I'm trying to help get the rocket ship. I'm trying to put some gas in the tank. From my hometown, Lil Rock. Tell us how you got started in this. Now, we talked a little bit before the show, but of course, we always had a basic. We got to start recording our pre-interviews because sometimes it'd be better than an interview. But we're going to have to rehash some of the same stuff we already talked about. So,
right, and I have to work more. And I have to work more.
No cap, so, run it again.
Right. Well, tell us, man, how'd you get started in this hip-hop thing?
Well, I'm from Oak Street. We had a rap group called Major League that was already rapping. I wasn't rapping, but I was in the hood and I was hearing it, I was seeing it. And where I was from, there was a lot of violence. So it got to a point where it was too much for my mom, and she moved us to Houston to kind of get away from the gang banging and shit, because she didn't want us to grow up to be gang banging and end up dead or in jail.
Right.
So when we moved to Houston, I just kind of adapted to the culture because the culture was, everybody in Houston sip lean and freestyle. It wasn't like everybody want to be a rapper. It was just like, that's the Houston culture. So let's just say you in Houston and your homeboy from Houston, you like, hey, let's go to my partner house. Y'all might sip some lean and y'all gonna free. Somebody gonna bust out a freestyle. That's just what we do. I just don't happen to be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time I was good at it, I got caught up in the streets in Houston, and I had did some time, and I had to move back to Little Rock. So when I moved back to Little Rock, the stuff that I learned in Houston, it just carried on back to Little Rock, and people was like, "Man, you hard," and I just kept rapping. and here I am today.
I mean, that's an inspirational story because I mean, you said your mom moved you from Little Rock to Houston to get away from crazy, but shit, crazy everywhere. You can't get away from it. I mean,
and then Houston itself.
It wasn't. I wouldn't even say it's just necessarily me being crazy. I was just trying to find myself as a man in the world.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you were crazy. I'm just saying crazy is out there. You can
Well,
move
it's out
to
there.
one. Yeah, you can move to any side of the planet.
Yeah.
Like
You
say,
gonna
like
go through
well, Ice Cube
no
said,
matter
every
how much
hood
they
is
try to
Spain.
filter you, you gonna go through some type of experience.
Yeah, you got a hood everywhere. They got an MLK on every fucking city. Got an MLK.
I mean, technically,
in the Bronx.
it ain't nothing. Hell, with the hood ain't nothing but neighborhood. Just don't took the neighbor off of it. So everybody got one of them.
Yeah, that's why every city got a hood. You know what I'm saying? It just they do things sort of different, but you can kind of relate to the main shit.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I mean, hustling is universal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hustling is universal. Trying to survive is universal. And
And I was just caught up into too much shit, trying to move too fast, man. That's
dude,
all.
youth is made for mistakes. That's what youth is for. That's why why the first part of your life you learn to walk, you learn to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And after you learn to walk and talk, now you gotta learn where to go and when to keep your mouth shut. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you no instructions with this thing called life. You know what I'm
There is no motherfucking instructions.
This bitch don't come with no instructions, and it don't come with a motherfucking reset button. You gotta fucking reset that shit yourself.
Though, okay.
It's not like a reset button.
So
shit.
Right.
Everybody needs a reset button. I'm telling you.
They trying to make one, boy.
Yeah.
I heard now that you can pay to be taller. Is that true?
You can pay to be taller. Shit, on social media, you can be anything you want to be.
Man, they say them folks you can pay. They say you can pay a doctor that nigga can make you 6'10" right now.
Fucking add about 7 inches. Any way you want them.
I don't know where he gonna get it from, but he gonna get it up out of you.
You know what though? It's possible.
Yeah, they'll cut your knees
At
and
this
slap
point,
some
it's
extra inches in
possible.
there. Hell
Probably
yeah.
put rods and pins.
Hell yeah. I mean, shit, my folks come home with no legs and they put legs on. Well, imagine what they can do with a nigga with 2 working legs. Of course they can expand.
Right.
But anyway, we get back to your music, man. Like you were saying, you came back home, you was freestyling, folks were telling you was good at it. When did you realize and when did you start to take it serious? Like when did you say, you know what, this is something I can actually do. This is something I can make a career out of.
Shit, one night I was in the club, cause I'm the type of dude, I be out, like I be in them clubs on the DJ ass, like not necessarily just being a pest, but when I'm in the club, I'm in there to work with the DJ, make sure he's straight, make sure he got something to drink, tip him, get him to play my music, and I'm in there on the court. He's like, man, y'all turn up this one shit. You know what I'm saying? At first, they were like, nigga, what the fuck? Why y'all always coming up to me? But I kind of grew on them, and they just took a listen. And once they took a listen, it was over. But to make a long story short, I was in there trying to get my music played, and just a random guy, he was just like, bro, I'll pay you $100 if you perform that song tonight. So,
oh, word?
Mr. Cushions, yeah.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, man.
If you can hear me.
Man, how's the critters, man?
Oh, you know, I've actually, I took them to a rehabber. It was finally too much for us, so I'm pretty much on my own here. So I wasn't able to keep up with them the way they need to be. So I found somebody in another state who does rehab, and will, you know, get them. They've got a whole colony of coons, and
really,
they're out there. Yeah.
Really? Well,
yeah.
Where's this?
It's in another state. I don't want to divulge where it is because, well, it's a couple states away from me. But I loved him too, and I miss him. But
the thing is that they got a good, nice home though. With
yeah, they've got like the guy's got like 300, not 300, probably about a little over 100 acres of farmland and a bunch of barns that he's modded out to take them from different sorts of climates to get them used to getting in the cold, getting back into the nature. They got a big stream running through it and all this stuff to get them back to being what they need to be.
That's what you're talking about, rehab. So you're trying to go into the wild. Yeah.
No. They've been raised since they were just tiny, and yeah, they don't know the wild, so they need a lot of adjustment steps, and that's I searched around a lot and found somebody I was comfortable with, and I think it's better for them. I mean, I liked having them here, but I think they really appreciate having a lot of wild to roam around in and be with other ones.
Like
Let's get back to your writing, bro. What are you working on? What's the latest make me mad during meetings article that you're writing right now?
All right. Well,
Tuesday, I was just livid.
That's the one I'm going to address. So, whenever she's it's okay. First off, Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals handled this, and the thing you need to understand about the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals is it handles an area of the nation where a lot of their decisions tend to side with cops, but they didn't hear. They handle Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana, so they're pretty much almost always on the cop side, except this time they didn't, and it had to do with a deputy who worked for Sabine County in Texas going to perform a welfare check. And then amazingly horrible things happen. I'm going to read you right from the court document, which I can throw a link up for that too, but so this husband, Wade Tyson, called the sheriff's department to request a welfare check on his wife, Melissa Tyson. Mm-hmm. And he was out of town. He was worried about his wife, was alone and distressed. And the deputy, David Boyd, called Tyson, his wife, Melissa Tyson, that evening and said he would visit her the next morning. And then he told her, he introduced himself as a sheriff, which he wasn't. He was a deputy.
Okay.
And then he told her that he handled welfare checks because he was a preacher. And at this point, we are still in the first paragraph of this decision, and there's a footnote on it. And the footnote to that sentence says, Deputy Boyd's ministerial credentials had actually been revoked 11 years prior because of prohibited sexual conduct.
What happened?
During his time as a minister, he was sued by church members for alleged sexual misconduct. They didn't detail this in that decision because that was not in front of the court. But that lets you know that even if you don't read further into this decision, you're already dealing with somebody highly problematic. And then he told other deputies, I will take care of this welfare check. Don't worry about it. The next morning, deputy... go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. The next morning, Deputy Boyd showed up at Alona Tyson's home in a plain car, unmarked car, wearing a shirt identifying himself as sheriff. Melissa Tyson offered a handshake, but instead the deputy hugged her. He asked if there was a place they could talk. He asked if she had security cameras or neighbors. She said that she didn't have cameras. Her neighbors are usually not home. He started commenting about how she must be lonely.
Oh, she's not too bright. Okay.
Yeah, and then she thought it was weird, but she gave him a benefit of doubt because he thought he was trying to perform a welfare check and clear it up. He stayed for 2 hours. He commented that he could see marijuana paraphernalia through the window, talked about how he hung out with some swingers groups and decided whether or not to bust them, just depending on what mood he was, if they had any drug paraphernalia, and then just weird shit.
Antimon.
What up?
Welcome back.
Cheers.
Welcome back, sir. Good to have you. What you drinking on?
Man, I'm drinking on a chilled Crown. Straight up. Nice and shaken, just chilled. No extra, nothing. Just straight chilled.
Oh yeah. That's what you need on a Monday after a long day. Yeah, I'm drinking on some barefoot champagne like a little bitch, but it's sweet and delicious.
Nah, man. Listen, it takes you where you need to be.
Exactly. Some people go on a Porsche. Some of us fly riding a limo. So, take it slow in the limo.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you back, man. G-Mac said it's 293 with the Funk Lab. We got Edman Lawson. You're not the Lawson. You're the Edman. What's your last name? Is it
I'm just Edman. Edman.
That's right.
Lawson, but we don't need the government. You don't need government name in there.
One half of the Funk Lab, 2/3 of the Maria. I get her name so fucked up all the time.
Maya Marie,
and And Mr. West, where is Mr. West, by the way?
He's on his way. He got caught up in a little bit of traffic, but he said he'll be jumping on soon. I'm gonna hold it down until he jumps in.
Yeah, I like the method.
He always the hold it down type person.
He's such a straight man that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you can just throw zingers at him all day and it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Wes, you always in the studio, man. I think you just do the show from there. You just live in that thing.
No, I actually live in here.
I don't blame you. If I had my brothers, I'd be doing the same thing, bro. You got a microwave, got the little college fridge under the desk.
Cot in this little.
It got a cot in the closet.
It's fly. Now this dude is like a real carpenter. This nigga built all that shit, man. You ain't call nobody. Put all that shit together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you like G-Mac? You like G-Mac? G-Mac built everything he got, man. That dude is like Fred Flintstone. We got the Funk Lab in here. Jen has kicked off the show with another one of her interesting stories to tell of mental health in the state of Arkansas. Sometimes you got to get in front of them. Sometimes you got to get in front of them. So, guys, we got the Funk Lab here. They only come back when they got new music, so it's always great when they come back because I know they got something fresh for us. Now, I'm trying to. Something is running around on my laptop. I'm down in the garage. I don't know what the hell might be going on down here. Guys, the new song, the new record. I just heard it. I heard it last week when y'all was supposed to be here. But I made a comment. And I said to myself, these good fellas, I love them to death. They my boys. But it sounds like they about to gentrify Caribbean rhythms. What y'all got going on over there? I ain't trying to start nothing. That's
Willie Biggs trying to start some shit.
I just know when new people move to the neighborhood in Brooklyn, the neighborhood changed. So are y'all finna redecorate the bodega? Y'all finna go from a liquor store to wine and spirits?
Gwen Stefani and No Doubt kind of already started that whole thing with that song. So you know, we knew that we wanted to just mix it up and shake it up, and that's the reason why it came out the way it did.
In the building.
Yes, we got Herschel Walker's campaign manager here. Tell us how it's going. Thank you for joining us, Piffany. Thank you for joining us, Piph, man. How's it going out there where you are? Where are you, by the way?
I'm actually in Little Rock now, but yeah, so it's cool.
You in Little Rock? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been some years, man. You were an early HoodCast member, HoodCast guest.
Yeah. I could tell because I think when I was here, G-Mac had a fade, so that's how I know.
Yeah. And I had more hair.
I just saw the stretch on the dreads. I didn't
long hair don't care now, baby. Long hair don't care now. Yeah, that's what they do.
I thought that was CGI. I ain't even
I want to know, now that you are a resident in another state, one, did you early vote?
Nah.
Are you planning to vote tomorrow?
Yeah. So unfortunately, I planned to early vote, but it didn't work out. So now I'm mad because I got to go with all the other people.
So that's why people early vote, huh?
Yeah, because it's quick.
It's quick. No lines, no COVID, none of that.
And
out. So tell me now, I've always considered you to be a rather astute young man. Do you think this is an election that could determine the future of our democracy, or is it just a lot of hogwash and the same old, same old?
I like how we starting off.
I mean, yeah, you're a rapper. We don't talk about your music. We know what that sounds like.
Nah, bro. So
waste some time on that part.
For me to talk about, man. So somewhere in between that, like it's neither nor, right? Like it's always got to be like presented as doomsday, which is not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of I feel how it's being presented. Like if this don't happen, doomsday happens. However, I do think arguably it's weightier than like times in the past. But so it does have like a little bit more weight or a lot more weight, but it's not like doom and gloom. Because that was the same thing was said about like, you know, when Trump got elected, right? Like the world's over.
Right.
But we still on this podcast. So I mean, it's important, maybe more important than a lot of other times for a lot of reasons, but it's not the end of the world.
Where are we going the next 5 years? Where's Piph going? Because I've seen it come up from doing the shows at Downtown Music to travel to International Man to now you're doing your ambassadorship. what's the? You're too young to be talking about retirement. But eventually, we want the ranch. We want the big house. We want the car to drive itself.
I'll give you 15 years. Yeah, for
15
sure.
years?
I'll give you 15. So the web series is to I'll give you the A and B for the 15 years. The web series is to basically put out the first one, put out the second one, actually get option to do an actual show, whether as a writer for a new one or the option the same show for another one. But in the same way, in the independent route, we're working a model that each time one ends, we can like capitalize on that for profitability by independent models through donations, events, merch, and actually like album sales by putting it first just for digital release before it goes full streaming, which I've been working on the past 3 years. After that show, I plan on working up a smaller boutique production company to work in that next 5 to 10 years to do an actual, get a larger production deal, arguably with a streamer, do that for another 10, and then out. Sell it.
Wow. Yeah, so at this point, I realize I'm a bad parent. I'm going to need you to adopt my sons because I'm doing a shitty job. You clearly have a plan that I have not thought about. Just send me your address. I'll drop them off with a bag and some groceries and, give them a little tutoring for about a week or two. They're not listening to shit I'm telling them. My kids are out there trying to, they chasing their dreams. I'm trying to crush that. I figure, I got to get them around somebody out there on some reality. I told them, I said, you seen me chase my dreams. Remember all that oatmeal y'all used to eat because we liked oatmeal? It was cheaper than meat. It's cheaper than meat. Man.
That's the thing, man. So it's like I'm trying to create this stuff with partners, a 3-tier model or 2-tier, one top down in the sense of even with this website series, we've had partners with it. And they basically like, you speak to this audience, so on and so forth. And I'm like, I'm going to do what I do. They're like, cool. So that like gets paid for that. And the upward model is a sense of we now know how to get like a certain amount from people, a small audience that like actually, 1,000 fans. You have 1,000 people that spend $100 per year. You can do the math on that. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And so it's just like, all right, now let's prove it. We did it with the last project, which was easily the most profitable project I did since the days of CDs, right? So, and this digital like made more money than, and not huge numbers, but like cool, right? And I know now we could step that up, man. So that's kind of the plan, man. It's all just kind of building it up. Oh, and option B is, let's say stuff comes out and it gets a big universal shrug. Don't nobody care. I'll just disappear.
Well, I mean, that's what I did. So I ran with option B early. I got too old to be passing out flyers.
Like if all this work we putting in and we put out this new project, the soundtrack in the series, and y'all are like, okay, Piph, I'll be like, all right. You see universal delete across my social media. I'll be back with G-Mac.
You'll be back with G-Mac Dreads. Next time we see you, you'll be head down here. Man. I feel you, man. I mean, people chase dreams, and there's nothing wrong with making adjustments. I'm not saying quit, but sometimes you got to make adjustments. I hit a wall, and I said, yo, I got to make adjustments.
Dude, this is my adjustment. Like, if the whole plan was way different for Conduit. What it is. So, and we could talk also a little bit about, so y'all can just delete me later on.
No, this is live. They can see you right now.
For sure, even better. But like, you know what I'm saying? In a sense of like, without even naming names, we can even name names if you want. But like, we've seen artists with all the potential and the momentum, and then you hit that point and you stagnate out. And it's like almost like mental health becomes an issue because it's like you're battling with what you think you should be versus where you were kind of like stuck, right? And so like, at that point, there was a point where it's like, oh shoot, I'm now at this point, at this age, the game's here, so on and so forth. And it took a little bit to just recognize being like, I can hold on to the fact of like the superstardom dream from 7 years prior, or like tweak a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so the thing is, what I learned from watching a lot of other artists who didn't do it is like, once again, I want to live off of this, but it's not going to be through just putting out albums and touring. Like, that's just not going to do it. So for me, it was like, you know what? Like, my talk, when I say speaking in workshops, I don't go in there, like, I go in there looking like this. You know what I'm saying? It's not
I know. I've seen them. I've seen them with the hoodie and the hat on backwards. In fact, this is the uniform. I'm looking at it right now. I've seen it. I actually fussed at you one time. Like, you couldn't put a suit on? Come on, man. You got a degree, for God's sake. Stop playing the dumb rapper role.
No, you did. I straight remember that. But that's the thing, though. Like, I tell people, though, like, when I my talks are about the world of hip hop. Like I'm not going in there talking about. I go in there, own what I am, and show this path and make it relatable without saying they got to do the same one. But that was intentional in the sense of like I am going to the same way you talk about the brand that I had with music. My brand with speaking in workshops is it's Big Piph. It's not like you're not getting anything else, whatever. I'm giving you this and giving like pragmatic takeaways. But that was like my slight tweak because it was like I can go in there and do that for X amount of dollars, and it corresponds and correlates with, you know what I'm saying, with the music. You know what I'm saying? But that was my tweak. Like I was sitting around 21 years old, like, man, I can't wait till I'm a speaker from this rap. You know what I'm saying?
It was a little long, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. But hey, we here. So for way more than 20 minutes of your time. Yo, time to get to this music, baby. We'll be right back. Right after this.
HoodTech presents the HoodCasts.
Even though we so high, even though this fire was fly, it's no longer time. Overall, this shit's been slumping, bumping when we ride, vibes, highs, been a long time coming. I'm loving the way things you say. That's how I know you love me. One smooth ride, we would be fine. Yeah. Instead, we collide and we never arrive. We do not deserve this bumpy ride. How much love do we try? How much longer do we cry? I think it's best we check the time. Just to know I know you love me, loving me wholly, loving me slowly, loving me once upon a time, loving me only, loving me strongly, loving me you're no longer mine. I changed my mind so many damn times, motherfucking right. We do not deserve a puppy cry. Even though we so high, how much longer do we try? How much longer do we try? Even though this fire was fly, it's no longer our time. Just know I know you tugging and pulling and tugging. I'm while I will, we fucking and fussing. Having discussions, but nothing's really up for discussion. No compromise, let's cut this time. Fuck me, cry. Even though we so high, even though this fire was fly, it's no longer our time. Just know I know you love me. Right. Even though this fire was fly.
HoodTech presents the HoodCasts.
Starting our radar vector into Miami. It's going to take roughly 40 minutes from this point. You can never tell with air traffic control. It could be a short radar vectors in, or it could be round the houses. But we'll work on 40 minutes from this point, so it should be touching down somewhere between.
Used to be my peace. When you coming at me sideways, red eye, no tears. 100 on the highway, black card in a Gucci stash, 10 bands in a Louis bag, shotgun and she bougie bad. She gon' do whatever I say. You never can, you never will understand just how I feel. Be in love with a broken soul. You broke me, so I gotta go. Yeah. Had enough, yeah. Let you go, yeah. Gotta go, yeah. There's nothing left to say. I'm going MIA. Bum weed on the palm trees. No need to send for me. There's nothing left to say. I'm going MIA. First class and my fast back. Don't know if I'm coming back, yeah.
HoodTech presents the
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. Best of HoodTech presents the HoodCast. Part Deuce. Volume 2, baby. So, without further ado, you know what I'm saying? We got a little footage. So, we finna go and get to it. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable, the most talented artist, activist, hip hop ambassador, Miss Toni Blackman.
Black girl magic.
Jen is obviously a fan. She's much of a fan. She's probably the only one that read all that detailed information you sent us. So
everybody gets their homework.
I knew already from the Dove commercial. Don't judge me.
How you doing, Miss Black? It's been a while since I seen you. It's good seeing you again.
What's good? Yes.
What's good, Toni? Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you, man. I know you said you're in another part of the world. Where are you located right now?
I'm in Dakar, Senegal. In West Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've got that around the world delay going on. But Toni, you said it's midnight there now, right?
Yes, it's 11 minutes after.
She is in the motherland, honey. She's in Mecca.
So Toni, we were talking about your ability to move and walk in faith. So where's your faith taking you in the future? Where do you see yourself going from?
Oh, well, right now I am releasing in the next 7 months. I'm going to be releasing a song every month, and it's a hip hop meditation song. Right now, I have a track called "I Love and Approve of Myself." I just put out the video and just working on the strategy, getting into a rhythm. I'm supposed to be meeting with someone at band camp in a couple of weeks, and just working the network and saying yes to people who are offering resources to figure out how to position the music, making a decision. Should I pursue it as music? Should it be wellness content, wellness product, or what should it be? Because I'm making, it ended up being good music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So just rethinking that. I shot 6 music videos over the past year and a half. And then I also, in December, I shot 21 meditation videos. And I did those videos because I was working on a project and there were Black and brown women on the production team. And they screamed when they saw the meditation video. And it was just a meditation video, but it was very well shot, with great lighting on brown skin. And then they started to talk and I realized, and they said, there's nothing, like, people aren't doing this for us.
Really?
And it hadn't even occurred to me. And
you would think at this point there'd be something for us.
There's a lot of yoga teachers, but in terms of going in, and so now more people are there's more music, there's more lyrical content, but some of the stuff that I've been working on it's more unconventional, where I rap 12 bars, talk for 2 minutes, and then have a chorus, and just allowing myself to do what it is that I do, and to be in integrity with what's coming out of me, and then working with musicians and producers to make sure it's good, so they, taking feedback like, no, Tony, you need a hook here. Tony, 8 bars is too short. Add it needs to be 16, because I'm not a 16 bar writer.
Now,
Well, don't worry. The kids nowadays don't do 16 bars either. They do
no.
the whole song. Yeah.
Next to C, I am what they call him. He dark too. Damn.
What's the deal? I'm sorry, my room dark too. That's just the way it is.
That's the way it's gonna be, baby. Thank you for coming through, brother. Thank you.
I appreciate y'all for having me. Appreciate y'all for sure.
No problem, man. Big said he was trying to get you, but it took a finesse of a woman to get you here. It's always that of a woman.
It took like 6 months trying to catch this man.
Right. I guess we had the
Trying to
wrong
track him down for 6 months. Yeah, we didn't have the right gender to reach out to him. He only respond to women.
You know what? When you had inboxed me, I didn't see it until I started messing with Twitter. I did not I wasn't on Twitter. Majority of the promotion that I did was on Facebook and Instagram. It was just those two, and then when I started getting into Twitter, then I started seeing, what I'm saying, your post, and I was like, damn, I missed this. Hold on. And that's when I had hit you back.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I know how it is. A lot of people still don't use Twitter. Like Facebook is the spot, and I don't use Facebook. So if you hadn't got on Twitter, I probably would have never found it.
I mean, I think the spot now is on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is.
And TikTok.
It really is.
It is.
But Jen was kind enough to hunt you down for us. But I told her who I was trying to get. She was like, "Oh, that's my boy. I know him." I was like, "Well, can you please make this happen?"
Where the voice for the people that's trying to live their life the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that, desperate measures call for desperate situations, but it just seems but what it is that attraction to that type of lifestyle bring in false prophets. And I'm talking about the working, I'm talking about the trapping. So now you got people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's talking about selling drugs that they never sold drugs.
Right.
Right.
It becomes a gimmick.
We lose your audio. Back up a little bit. I think I lost your audio. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but it was basically, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be the voice for not only the people, but for myself. I have nobody. I can't listen to. I don't know, man. As an artist, it just seems like everybody's talking down to me. And when they say, "Nigga, you ain't got money like this," you know what I'm saying, or shit like that, then you know what I'm saying.
There needs to be more variety, and I think you're offering that. If nothing else,
yeah,
giving us some other options. I mean,
because
and without being just poppy and goofy. I mean, it's like real content, but it's not preachy. That's what I like about it. It's not preachy.
I try, and that's what I try not to do. I don't want to preach. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You have the free will to do whatever you want to do, but I want to give you some things to think about. If you are a regular working 9-to-5 working person, but you have dreams to pursue those dreams, I'm that person that say, you know what I'm saying? Go get your stuff. This is for you. You that underdog.
Oh man, now you gotta tell me, bro, how in the world did you get that joint with DJ Kool?
Oh, that's my big bro, man. Yeah. Kool is he's a fan of the underground, man. So
Ever.
Yeah, man. He follows a lot of the underground artists here, always has. And there's no huge separation here from mainstream and underground, right? Because there's no crazy record labels and industry like other spots like the Atlanta, New York, and all that. So cats can be touched, they're accessible, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So and then a lot of faking here, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dudes come out, they come outside, they come to where things is happening, and I'm one of the artists that helped revitalize the whole U Street corridor after the riots and stuff in the 90s, man. So Cool has come out and checked us out. Same with him, my man Stinky Dink. You know, other people and you know, it's also my two big brothers, him and Biz Markie, R.I.P. Biz. You know, I used to swing with Biz. In fact, his wife Tara was just at my album release this past week. So still close to the family and everything, man. So that's my big bro. His manager Monty used to manage me. So that's how we connected and stuff. When I was just a kid, man, like 20-year-old kid. So
I was looking at the project and I was like, wait a minute, I saw DJ Cool. I was like, wait a minute, he's not fucking around. Yeah, DJ Cool, dude, that's like a stamp. That's like a that's like a real
not the first joint
blue check.
That's not the first joint we've done together.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us tonight, Ferocious of Ferocious Productions.
No enthusiasm in it at all, man. I mean, wow.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ferocious, what's up, brother? Ferocious Productions.
What's going on, my guy?
What's
up with y'all, man?
Thank you for coming through, bro. Yes,
man, absolutely, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on.
They done told Nancy Pelosi, they done told her, do not go to Taiwan, white woman. A House Speaker has not been over there in China messing with them people in over 30-some-odd years. What did she say to say today? I'm going to Taiwan. It's been nice knowing you, Nancy. Hopefully they don't mail your dress back. They ain't gonna mess with her. They just shot down a former president in the square over there. She finna go mess. White people always touching stuff. White folks, stop touching stuff, please. Don't touch nothing.
You do realize though that the last thing China wants to do is have a fight with America about one of their top politicians.
Well, first of all, I don't need US going over there messing with China because I get a lot of my hair and my lashes from over there, and I just really don't need y'all messing with me.
Right.
So we should base our international policy.
Look, I done already pretty much because I done already told y'all. Without this hair and these lashes and this lipstick, I look like I play for the Rams. I done told y'all.
Oh shit.
I done told y'all.
Oh man, who let the police in here? Who let the police in here? Y'all done let the police nigga
Please. Put your black ass hands up.
Sound about right now. You said that like you heard it before.
Jay in the building. What it do, my brother?
Man, try and get some decent lighting going over here.
That's SJ. What's happening,
What's up, man? Man, chilling, man. Just about to eat a little snack and head to the show. I got to go perform and all that.
Oh, you hadn't performed yet. We was like, where's SJ? I thought you was at the show already.
No, I had put my phone on charge and wasn't paying attention to the time.
Well, thank you for being courteous to our goddamn show.
The Ridah God is here.
In the building. Round of applause. More than just do.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Yes, sir. What's happening, brother?
Excuse me.
I ain't seen this man in 15 years, damn near. At least 10. I've been out the scene for at least 10. But it's clear that your work ethic has not faltered not one bit, my brother. I was listening. We're gonna get into it in the second segment of the show when we do your interview. Just as an introduction, I got to let people know that they're gonna hear this throughout the interview. And we're not letting him talk a lot because his voice will wreck the whole fucking internet.
Yeah,
we do not want to break the circuits in this motherfucker. So we need to keep his speaking as minimal as possible. This man's he's like that fucking Marvel character. Was it Havoc or whatever his name is? He open his mouth, he just blow the doors off the room.
Yeah.
Havoc, that's what man. Yeah, if he ever switch his name, you should go with Havoc because he definitely that's already taken, but he'd be the Arkansas version. That man got a voice. But yeah, we got the Ridah God in here, man. If y'all don't understand the Ridah God, there's only one. Not a Ridah God, not a different Ridah God. It's the Ridah God.
Ridah God.
The Ridah God. You do not get a duplicate of this.
No,
you do not get a duplicate of this. I'm just not buttering your bread, bro. I'm really into it. Like, oh man, it's something serious. When Jen told me that you hit her up and he was gonna do the show, we did something we never do. She and I had a pre-talk before the show. I was like, we got
we had a whole chat.
We had a whole chat. Like, no, let's get
what it was, we had Ferocious on here, and afterwards, I hollering at kinfolk, and I said, Ferocious. I said, I could kick myself right now. He said, why? I said, why hadn't I hit my brother up to be on the show? I said, I owe him the biggest apology. I said, he got more jobs than a Jamaican. I said, he up before Jesus and the Mexicans.
And the Mexicans? I can see
And the
Jesus with the Mexicans? How you beat the Mexicans? They don't even sleep.
There was not even a second inkling of a second guessing on coming to this platform. As soon as Ferocious told me check your inbox, I checked my inbox and it says it was done. It was done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Out of respect for you, her, and G-Mac and Kokimo, just y'all whole movement. This is the first time I've spoken publicly since I released the album, and I hadn't
really.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
Oh wow! Thank you. Well, we truly are on it. This is more than behind the scenes. This is a fresh take.
I couldn't, this is God's will, and to show, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And like I was telling Jen, I wanted to have some hard truths, some real adult talk on here, and you set the tone so perfectly with that experience.
So I try to do.
Yes. So an incident happened when I was 7. And
I remember you talking about this one.
Yeah. Fast forward to 2005, I had just moved from Dallas. I had now in the streets of Babylon, when I mentioned the 3 Giants, the video I saw, that happened in Houston, a year Dallas, and then I returned home that the following year after Dallas. So when I returned home, I was working at the state hospital over there on Palm, this Arkansas State Hospital, crazy house. I was security on the double lockdown.
Forensic.
Yes, forensics, the worst unit. 5
Where I
lower,
used to work.
5 lower, the Thunderdome, Gladiator School.
Yeah, we used to call it the Thunderdome.
Yes. So now there was some things that was kind of happening in there. They kind of started tweaking, my whole thought process. Like, am I tripping?
You wouldn't.
Right. So for a week, fast forward a week straight, I started seeing 2 beautiful, luminous UFOs. I started seeing them daytime, dusk, dawn, for a week straight. I was even at work with some patients, and I take them out on breaks, and they appeared again right on the horizon during sunset. And
Real talk.
Watching them, they saw it. And I'm sitting there like, wow.
And you thinking I got 2 patients? Ain't nobody gonna believe me and these 2 patients?
Right.
But one of them would go back in the unit and tell people.
Yes.
Go ahead, God. Tell it.
Fast forward, and like I say, there's layers and there's a whole lot of details to this, but I'm just fast forward and giving you the quick.
No, man, take your time. Take your time. We ain't got nowhere to go. I mean, you gotta go to work. We at work. Go ahead. Mr. Sean Fresh.
What's happening? Fresh.
What's going on, sir? Thanks for making time in your busy schedule to come back and hang out with your peoples. We appreciate it.
Hey man, thanks for having me, boy. You feel me? It feels good to be back.
Where'd that sound come from? That new single?
Oh man, Biggs. So I always used to rap. I just never rap because I had this thing about like singers that rap. Like I figured like they should like really be able to like rap. You know what I'm saying?
Not like Bobby Brown. I get it.
Yeah, or it'd be like, bro, like why not just sing the rest of that? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like you could have just sung the rest of them 8 bars. You didn't have to give me the subpar bars. But yeah, so like when the pandemic hit, it was like right after my dad passed.
My condolences.
And appreciate you. But yeah, and I had some family stuff going on, and I was just using and then they were sending them pandemic checks out to your boy. So I was just in the studio doing whatever the hell I wanted to do and expressing myself. So I'm big on like artists recording music at the how they feel. You feel me?
You got to tell us, man. What is the motivation behind your music? Because it definitely has a different sound to it.
Yeah, for me, the motivation. Shit, that's a good question. I feel like music is like the rawest way to like get across a message. Like
Okay.
feeling like
Or is it just to get girls?
no,
If it's just to
no,
get girls, you can be honest and just say it's to get girls.
happily engaged man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna
Oh,
run the
okay.
whole.
No, look at him. He's happily afraid, man. What'd you say? He's like, I'm happily
afraid.
She's in the other room. Don't talk too loud.
I'm giving you the real, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause the sexual appeal is definitely a big draw for a lot of people, and I, you know, it could be an ego boost for sure. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, congratulations on your engagement. I'm just teasing you. Congratulations. You found somebody to put up with your shit. That is a monumental feat. So congratulations from the HoodCast.
Yeah.
So now,
again,
we still trying to get to some motivations. I mean,
yeah.
what makes you go in the studio? What makes you write what you write? Is there a little you got like a little devil on one shoulder, an angel on another? Like, you know, what is that push and pull to get the creative juices going?
Yeah, that's an interesting way to push it. I'd say it's definitely an impulse. It's definitely like, you know, I gave a kind of like crude analogy to my fiance the other night that sometimes making art feels like coming. Sometimes it feels like taking a shit, you know. Either way, it's got to be done, you know.
He said, either way, it's got to be done. You got to come. You got to take a shit.
I read an article about you years ago, and this is something that I can appreciate.
Okay.
And you were going to perform at the mall. And legendary Quincy Jones handed you a rap written by two individuals. One of them is no longer with us. And he respected the game so much to where when he laid eyes on this particular rap, he told Quincy Jones no. He told Quincy Jones no. And I respect that so much because
and I'm just coming out of the closet right now. my whole career has been done ever since then. No.
Oh shit!
But you know what? Do you know how many people would have bit that apple though? How bad it was. Yeah.
A lot of.
Tell us, how did that go? How did you tell Quincy Jones no? Why did you tell Quincy Jones no?
Was it just no? Was it hell no?
Let me pause here.
Hell no.
Go ahead, Jay. What?
Let me pause because here was the description that the Washington Post gave that came out of his mouth. It was so bad. It was like seeing rap in a commercial on TV for the first time.
Oh shit! It was one of those McDonald's commercial type of rhymes.
It was horrible.
And Quincy Jones gave you this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So you know, let me put it in context, man. So it was him. It was a joint venture with him and Steven Spielberg, and I think they got hit up, and I think it was a Rush thing. They got hit up because if you notice, they've never shown that ever. Like they've never shown that that Y2K mall celebration. They've never shown that again.
It was in 2000.
Yeah, it was 2000. It was going into 2000.
And you cannot find it. You cannot find it anywhere. It is not on YouTube.
You know how they reshow things and things
right.
They scrapped it.
You can't find that nowhere.
Even in the Quincy Jones documentary on cable, they don't even mention it.
No, they don't even. It's like it didn't happen.
Well, so what happened? Like, was it the whack? The rhyme was that whack, or it was like
what happened? To put it in a nutshell. So again, him and Steven Spielberg got contracted to do it. So my man was working at the Washington Post at the time, Eric Brace, who was there. He was kind of like the music writer there at the time, and for DC at the time.
Okay.
And he, people were, people came in town and hollered at him and was like, we're trying to get, we're doing a celebration. We want to get a local artist.
Right.
And so, they gave him my stuff. And so Quincy's people called me and they were like, yeah, we heard about you, this and this and this and that. Oh, we listened to your stuff. They ain't listen to the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but they were like, come meet us down, hotel in Georgetown, 4 Seasons. I met them, blah, blah, blah. They were like, yeah, we want you to, do the celebration with us on the mall. So I'm like, all right. So they told me to come down to the mall. And they was practicing down at these trailers. So they had trailers set up all down in the mall. So I was like, all right. I worked at B. Smith's at the time, R.I.P. Barbara Smith, rest in peace. And I worked at B. Smith's in Union Station at the time. So I got off a shift, caught a cab down to the mall. Wasn't no Uber, so caught a cab down to the mall. Went to the trailers. I see Steven Spielberg right outside the trailer on the phone, and he looks at me. He's like, "Oh, are you Priest?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Steven Spielberg knows my name.
I was like, "Oh."
He's like, "Yeah, I'm Priest."
He was like, "Yeah, Q and I'll wait for you inside the trailer." So I go in the trailer, and it's weird. It's like.
I know it's weird.
It was like a bunch of kids, and it was like my man Jay, who later wound up hosting Teen Summit. Jay Cooper, and he wound up
Really
hosting
dude
Teen
with the
Summit.
dreads.
Yeah, Jay was there, and he was much younger than me. I think and there was some younger kids there. And so when I walked in, a lot of people knew me, like, "Oh, snap, Priest is here," blah blah blah. So it's like, all right, they were like, such and such, and Quincy came out and met me. He's like, "Yeah, he said, man, you came in the right time. We have a special part for you." All of this, I'm like, "Oh, okay, wow." So they're sitting in there, they're singing like a choir, some stuff, and I'm just like, "This is weird." And then they give me this lyric sheet, and the lyric sheet says, "Written by Shaquille O'Neal and Coolio."
He said it, I didn't.
Yeah, it said written by Shaquille O'Neal and Coolio. And I was like, I thought that was weird. I was like, that's weird. I'm like, okay.
Hell.
But come to, if you know Quincy, if you kind of know the story of how Quincy got down, he threw a lot of parties. And like even the Fresh Prince thing audition happened at a party. So what I think happened, I honestly deducing this, I think that it was like they was at a party that he was at. He was like, "Oh, yo, I need this. Yeah, I need this for this thing, and they just put it together for him or whatever, right?" That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, so I see the thing, and it's just horrible, man. It's just like, it's just horrible. Like, and I'm just, they're saying it, and I'm just like, I'm going through it, and I was like, okay. So I asked his assistants, can I write? I said, hey, look, can I write something different for this? And, I'm a writer, and they were like, nah,
No.
we like it the way it is. Like, nope. I was trying to make it work, Slim. I was trying to make it work so bad, right? Because I'm just like, oh man, this is it, right? And they was just shooting me down, and they was going through it, and I'm telling you, it was so horrible, right? And then Quincy came out, he had his arm on my shoulder, like, yeah, Priest, this is your part, right here, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like,
wow.
It was so fucking whack, man. I was like, yo, dog. And so I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay. And then I just trying to make them, you know when you get to that point inside where you're like, I'm done.
I can't do this.
And I can't do it. I just can't do this. Keep in mind, this is 1999. I'm already been on the scene since 92. So I've built up my thing 7 years. I've been
you ain't finna ruin it with a whack ass rhyme.
No matter who wrote that shit.
I've been in a lot of stuff, man. So I'm like, look, man, and I'm about to move to Atlanta, right? So I'm just like, man, so
that brand, boy.
I said, look, so I told his assistants, I said, look, I can't do this. Because he went to the other room. I said, I can't do this. She was like, what do you mean you can't do this? I said, yo,
I said what I said.
I said, no, this shit is whack. I was like, no, this shit is whack. I said, I can't do it. So it was a big commotion. Oh, you ungrateful? It was like, I said, look, Slim, you ain't got to go there, right? So Quincy hears the commotion, and he comes back out, and he's like, hey, what's going on? I said, look. So I'm like, Mr. Jones, I said, look, first of all, I just want to say respect for everything you've done for black music. I'm trying to soften the blow, all this other stuff.
But
I said, look, I tried to work something else out with this and everything. I said, but I can't do this. I said, like, If I did this, it would destroy everything I've built the last 7 years of my career. I said, this is not me. I said, I represent real hip hop and real MCing. I said, I can't do this. And I said,
Can't spit another motherfucker.
I said, I hope
I
hope that if I see you in the future, there's know how I feel is or whatever. And I said, I know you rebelled against stuff yourself. And I'm like, look, try to sugarcoat the joint, right? And he's like, okay. He took his glasses off. He said, all right, young brother, I hear you. You know, it's like, I feel you. I respect that. And he was like, I appreciate your time. He was like, go ahead and,
kick
go ahead
rocks.
and leave now, right? Basically.
Yeah, basically, get the fuck out my fucking shit.
And then
Oh, yes. That was the second segment. So, we shall be right back with a little music for the third and final segment. The third and final segment will be the random statements of everybody. We shall be right back.
Presents the HoodCast.
DJ Good.
I'm so grimy, I'm not shiesty. I do whatever for that cash. Once I make it with this rap shit, we at the bank, go clear the stash. And these bitches all on me, they know it's goon just by my mask. We on the town, sliding deep, we got some ammo in this rental. All my niggas be some ninjas, we ain't fucking with no sprinters. I bow my head and pray to God, he know that I'm his favorite sinner. She say she like me cause I'm different, babe, I'm fucking with your mental. Ain't Glockiana been acting bad, I'm finna smack her with this switch. Ever since I told her up, when she get mad, she like the glitch. My nigga told me about his beard, I damn near whipped this up a brick. And niggas taxing for some lows, you want a P brick 26. You in good hands when you slide with us, girl, you were all stay. Can't get no love from where I'm from, all they show is all hate. Don't think I'm sweet just cause I'm rapping. 6 feet if y'all play. Big gun on my waist, I blow this bitch, no hesitate. I'm so grimy, I'm not shiesty. I do whatever for that cash. Once I make it with this rap shit, we at the bank, go clear the stash. And these bitches all on me, they know it's goon just by my mask. Lately I've been feeling different, I can't function without my mask. And my partner say I'm tripping, talk about bodies make me laugh. But my mama think I'm evil, I told her, mama, your son a goon. Told my bitch I'm rockstar living, I grab the mic, I shake the room. Know the devil trying to get me, and some niggas trying to whip me. I can't do a show up in your function unless them niggas with me. Cause they know I'm pistol packing, but my niggas brought the 50. So if a nigga wanna play, it's gon' get icky like Vicky. I'm that rose that grew from shit, I can turn shit into sugar. Get some diamonds in my ear, tell your bitch come lick the boogers. I'm in your city for the night, baby, I'm trying to get up with you. And I'm sliding with my niggas, I hope you got your sister with you. I'm so grimy, I'm not shiesty. I do whatever for that cash. Once I make it with this rap shit, we at the bank, go clear the stash. And these bitches all on me, they know it's goon just by my mask. I'm so grimy, I'm not shiesty. I do whatever for that cash. Once I make it with this rap shit, we at the bank, go clear the stash. And these bitches all on me, they know it's goon just by my mask.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Ain't gon' slide, ain't gon' slide. How he gon' slide on the computer? He not gon' slide out over rumors. He ain't gon' slide, yeah, that's a rumor. Gotta look me in my eyes if you gon' shoot me. And I swear to God, this ain't just music. I beat the odds and I can prove it. Better bet on me now, cause we not losing. Better bet on me now, cause we not losing. I told him I'm the one mama. She working 2 jobs, thugging out for 4 kids. Who'da thought we be the co-breeds? Some of my niggas gone only alive in the poetries. It's a ballad of a poor man, but we ain't finna die this way. I pray to God this same way, I let it blow and that's with both hands. I had the tool inside of school, hood, both bands. Claim us out of the city only in brochures. Your bitch sitting pretty at your funeral, face contour. They say only a mass in motion could only stop a mass in motion. Don't ever try to crash the homies, y'all ain't big enough. I got this 40 on 5, gonna fit it up. Well, for the flu hit, we been checking temperatures. What is life? What is life? Granny thought I'd be a minister. If I'm pulling up, I'm leaving 50 life if it could. They wouldn't let us join the club, we had to stick it all. They didn't think that we would win, they should've stick with us. Facing all the time, you forget who his niggas was. I guess that's how the niggas does. How he gon' slide on a computer? He not gon' slide out over rumors. He ain't gon' slide, yeah, that's a rumor. Gotta look me in my eyes if you gon' shoot me. And I swear to God, this ain't just music. I beat the odds and I can prove it. Better bet on me now, cause we not losing. Better bet on me now, cause we not losing. I know some fellas that have fell into some fentanyl. Better than that, bet on the team and I'm gon' bet it all. Hell, snow and sleep, we even weather desert storms. I'm really shooting for the family, I want better form. And I've been shooting for so long, I got a better form. Was my man till that man started telling all. Actions only speak when it's real men involved. Always slide with any man, then I got plenty more. I can't do shit for a gram, I live a private life. I love my daughter only 8, but we a lot alike. She got my face, she hold my heart, she even got my height. Reason why niggas slide and tend to roll the dice. Get it in and get it going and they can hold the price. If my man hit the standard, he's supposed to lie. But it is what it is and how it goes sometimes. Out of line, gotta divide just to multiply. How he gon' slide on a computer?
In Little Rock that has city leaders frustrated, people wondering why it's all happening. Police dealing with multiple shootings over 12 hours. One of the victims, a baby, is recovering. A 20-year-old is dead.
20 shots rang out, another homicide. The news only said that another rapper died. My block, your block, anybody block. Young niggas dying young from the shot of Little Rock. They die on Instagram, they die in the metaverse. Can't even rest in peace, bullet holes in your hearse. Another mother cries, another homie lies. Gone on this shit, I can see it in their eyes. They on a scheming time, they call it demon time. Disrespect your mom and pops, just a waste of semen time. Don't get to see their prime. Drop the dime. What the fuck are we gonna do about this king on king crime? But it's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. It's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. Straight out the belly of the beast, it's still fuck peace. In the heart of Babylon, blood running in the streets. Kings killing kings, queens killing queens. All I got to say is fuck them little shiny teens. We assassinated, we assassinated, we assassinated. Dog niggas running out of sheets. My side, your side, anybody's side. This the part in Revelations where we all gotta ride. Bisco to Mactown, Newport to Jacktown, Pine Bluff, Sugar City, Arkansas, niggas down. Let's put the guns down, get fitted for our crown. Make a plan, unify and shut this motherfucker down. And fuck them racist cops, my niggas them the ops. I put that on my city, we gon' liberate the block. LA to NY, NO to H-Town, Memphis 10, Mississippi, all my Georgia niggas down. Let's put the guns down, get fitted for our crown. Break the curse, pump your fist and shut this motherfucker down. Let's put the guns down, get fitted for our crown. Get your guns, pump your fist and shut this motherfucker down. And it's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. It's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life.
Shit, choppers raining, you know exactly what that fire bring. Beautiful days, watching them turn into a crime scene. Funeral was packed, mama's crying when the choir sing. That's what this time bring. So where you really at? Young niggas got beat, so when it's up, you know it's really that. Bodies dropping one after another, they going tit for tat. You pay the price, you lose your life, it ain't no getting it back. It ain't no second chance for life to live, and that's really fact. So many young niggas want a better life and can't picture that. This cold system take it off from them, but won't mention that. So they resort to violence, and they'll let you feel the wrath before they live in silence. That's how they going out. You think they steaming, they facing demons you don't know about. They crime up on your head, little daddy, better hold it down. It's time to put them guns up and get your funds up and make them boss move when the suns up, pick your sons up. So what you in it for? Take advantage every second, every minute, bro. Because they killing us. We kicked the door that broke the mold, and now they feeling us. They try to take the royalty from us, but it's still in us. Gang.
You can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. It's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life.
And we should be angry, and my raps that I'm rapping to my community should be filled with rage,
You know what I'm saying? They should be filled with the same atrocities that they gave to me. In the media, they don't talk about it. So in my raps, I have to talk about it. And it just seems fun because there's no one else talking about it. Not me. You know, I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast, the best of HoodCast 2022. So, this is it. Third segment, random statements. So we're going to get random statements of our guests, our people that we're doing interviews with. And this would conclude this show, the Best of HoodCast Part 2. So, we shall be back January the 9th with HoodCast 318 with a special guest. I'm going to keep it a surprise now, but we're going to have a guest January the 9th. So until then, everyone, I want everybody around the world to have a happy new year. Stay safe. Don't get too twisted. Well, I'm not going to say that. Just be safe. There's a lot of logical thinking. Don't drink and drive and all that jazz. See y'all on the 9th. Have a hood day.
Right off the top of your head, what's the first thing that comes to mind, Ferocious?
Man, when shit get hard, keep going.
Already. Who's number 2 on that? When shit get hard, keep going. So
Right.
when you're going through hell, go right on through it. I feel you on that one. That's probably.
Yeah.
Let me piggyback off of that. When shit get hard is fucking constipation.
Yes, make it. Could you get it more disgusting?
I fuck with you.
Run, mama.
Is mama watching? Is mama watching this show?
Yes.
It's always when I'm mama watching is when we're the worst. Ferocious, you would not believe. I'm surprised Jen's for mom ain't in the house.
It was good tonight though.
Y'all on your best behavior?
Well,
Jen's family is watching. That's why. All right. Who's got a next real random statement?
No pressure, no diamonds. Take some heat.
No pressure, no diamonds. Take some heat. That's real talk. Real talk. Koki, what you got for us?
I got it is don't get something out of you when you keep getting them the straw.
You keep giving them the straw. Damn, Ferocious, you got that dark background here like you should be doing an old Death Row cover.
I like that shit.
I like it though.
I just looked over. I was like,
I
damn.
noticed how that shit was going. Like,
Hey, let me plug too. This the podcast room. So if y'all need, you know what I'm saying, I got a podcast room. I'm renting it out.
There you go.
Anybody doing podcast, holler at your
Look
boy.
at everybody. Look at everybody's face when you showed
We
the
all lit
podcast.
up.
Where we were like,
You should have started with that. You should have told us that earlier.
Yeah, you
No,
should've been
I'm just
over
teasing,
there,
but no.
You should have been
Oh
over
yeah,
there.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's a nice looking space too.
I'm gonna break my mic back out, man. I can throw it in the fucking closet and shit over there.
There you go.
Break my
All right.
mic back out on Thursday.
Thursday.
all right.
You gonna have your mic. All right, Coach G-Man, give us your real random statement, bro.
we gonna do this again?
Oh, I thought
Oh,
that
my
was your
real.
real stand-up.
Okay.
He's real.
You
He's
can a horse to water, and that mug could be thirsty, but you can never. You can't make them drink that shit, no matter how thirsty.
You sound like George Bush with the you fool
Man,
me
he
once.
fucked that up. How did you fuck
Fool
that
me
up?
once, can't fool me again.
Hold on, I fucked it up. You can.
Nah, you ain't fuck it up. You gave the
how
G-Mac version of that.
how could you fuck up what I was, what I was saying?
If
You know,
I
Now
fucked it up, how does it supposed to be said? Coke and Boulder Don.
Jesus Christ.
Only on this show we argue about a euphemism.
Right.
as a
You can leave
That's
the
the
horse
first
in
thing.
water, but you can't make him drink it, man. All of the
That's
other
what I
shit-
said, nigga.
Well,
Go ahead.
this is what I've been wanting to say to y'all, from the jump. So it's kind of random, but it's right here. Like, I dig the theme music, and it reminds me of growing up in Atlanta, listening to V103, and it, like at 6 o'clock time for Greg Street to rock. So I definitely appreciate what y'all do with that. So
Okay. Oh, you felt that. All right. What's up? You thank G-Mac for the intro. That's G-Mac's baby right there.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Boss,
all.
baby, the boss.
Yeah, we all.
I figure.
What can I say?
At the beginning, you said G-Mac got us in here recording, right?
Yep. Jamaica's got us back in the booth.
Uh-huh.
All right, Kokomo, what you got for us for random statements tonight?
Say, man, believe in yourself and just keep on striving.
Keep on striving. Right. Kokomo gave us one of them good black preacher random statements right there.
Can I get mine next?
Yes, please do.
Well, chitlins do taste delicious, actually.
Oh my God.
They really do taste delicious. Don't listen to what these niggas say. You don't have to eat it every day. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's a delicacy. You see what I'm saying? You eat it every now and then. So since it's been a couple of years for me, fuck what they say. Them chitlins are gonna be, and don't nobody cook them better than me because I make sure them bitches clean. So
Yeah, the fact
chitlins,
that you gotta say that, I make sure them bitches clean.
make sure they clean. I mean, shit, this is like fish. If you go fishing, if you go fishing and you catch a fish and you want to eat that motherfucker right there, what you gonna do? You gonna clean his guts out.
But I'm not gonna eat the guts.
Exactly. You just cut them.
I'm not gonna eat the guts.
Right. You cleaning the guts out. So you.
But I'm not cleaning the guts to eat the guts. I'm throwing.
You cleaning the guts out so you won't eat the guts. Yes, I know. So you cleaning the chitlin so you won't have to eat the shit.
You can't speak logically to somebody who will actually eat that shit. You know what I mean? Somebody who would eat that.
You can't disagree unless you try them.
I feel like
really
I
tried
them.
No, you haven't.
Go across the world and let people know, like, don't worry, we're in the 21st century. We don't have to eat these things. You know what I mean?
We do not have to eat these things.
Cheese. You don't have to eat
sauce. You ain't gotta eat sauce.
You don't gotta eat. I try to tell my mom, like, yo, that's like.
Stop eating that shit. You've been conditioned to think that shit was good. It was not. It's not. It's like the guy living on a desert island talking to a volleyball star thinking it's his best friend. Conditioning. No, do not eat that shit. It's not good. No.
Hey. Okay, Biggs.
Free to, but
that was yours, Biggs. Don't eat that shit.
No, my random statement is this: follow your dreams and don't be distracted. Stay focused. Don't get distracted. That's mine. And don't eat shit. Don't eat shit. Don't eat stuff that moves shit. Don't eat things that used to contain shit.
You don't have to put that hate shit.
I'm not hating. That's good public health notice right there. Don't eat that.
People have been eating chitterlings since the dawn of time. What are you talking about, bro?
Could it be why
high blood pressure? And
thank you. Could it be? But is that why a specific group of people are prone to high blood pressure, diabetes?
Hey.
What do you got for a random statement, Tim?
Me, I don't. I just wanted to show you my. That's the shirt I'm wearing because this is what the DARE program did for everybody. It gave us cool shirts to wear, ironically.
And violence. And they put the Dallas Cowboy star in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, they sure did. And I never did drugs ever since I got this shirt, which was a couple of
I don't
years
remember
ago
because
at
I
a
was
thrift
high
shop. Yeah. Like, how much is this? I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
All right. Who's next? Jen?
Yeah, she was late.
The latest lady. All right, I'll go while Jen
the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
It's a long one.
Where did you read that from? What Google did you get that on? I thought you was about to do the Bitcoin commercial.
Oh, I'm on Pinterest all of a sudden.
Right.
Hey, let's feed this.
No, I'm kidding. That is good.
My computer is about to go dead. So
all right, go ahead. Do yours.
I will go next. My random statement will be: there's always, and may I repeat again, always something to be thankful for.
There is.
All right, B.
Always something to be thankful. Live a purposeful life. Have a purpose. Okay. Get up with an intent. Live a purposeful life.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes.
I got a good one.
I've been such a shit through the whole show. I figured I might as well end with something decent.
Don't open the door for the police.
Don't open the door for the police.
That's a great one. That's a great.
You have the right to remain clothed.
Keep banging on it. My TV volume can go higher.
Right. Hey, what is your random statement, G-Mac?
My random statement is: this is for all you people that on the streets, have personal interactions with people. Keep your hands to yourself, or you will pay for it.
Yeah, monkeypox.
Yes. Monkeypox. Monkeypox. There's a lot of guys with side chicks right now that are very fucking afraid of monkeypox. It is hard to explain those bumps on your dick, boy. I'm telling you, you do not.
No, it's cool, baby. It's just HPV.
No.
Hey, but
Yeah.
you know,
What are you gonna tell them?
You know, that's a whole nother conversation.
Boy, you leave the
by
house
the
and
way, speaking of that, before we go,
That's kind of strange. I mean, because during the pandemic, everything was gone off the shelves but condoms.
I mean, wait a minute. How do you explain how it looks like a sweet potato?
shit. Okay. So we're gonna start, and I'm gonna do ladies first. Let the queen speak. Everybody bow down. No free breakfast.
Sometimes the memories of knowing a person is better than the reality of still having them in your life.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to start reading my mail. I need you to stop reading my email.
Okay, who next?
Gina? Who next? Kogi? Come on, Kogi.
Kogi? Mama watching.
Start hanging around people that brings out the best in you instead of distressing you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, who
sir.
next?
I want to piggyback off what Koki just said. You are the sum of the crowd and the company that you keep.
Amen.
Okay.
You are the sum of the crowd and the company that you keep. So don't hang around what you don't want to be.
Right.
And don't allow what you don't want to be in your presence.
Okay.
I don't care if it's cool, if that's where everybody else is. If that ain't what you want to be, don't.
Right.
That's why I'm alone most of the time.
Ryder, can you do yours? You know the boss always goes last.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple. And just music. And the most trivial things, smallest things in your life to the most gigantic. Selling your soul for a goddamn jelly roll.
Don't do it. Selling your soul for a jelly roll. Don't do it. Selling your soul for a jelly roll. I've been heard that since I was a little kid.
Right. And
all right, G-Mac.
All right. I was gonna, do one that was kind of fucked up though, but
of course you was, but please, we trying to be positive.
No,
yeah, we got a decent human being.
I got a good one this time. It's the little things that matter the most. Yes.
Depending on what you're doing.
Facts. We want you to do the first random statement to close the show tonight.
Yep.
My statement is culture brings the industry. Industry don't bring the culture.
So
culture is always first. So represent the culture and you be ahead of the game always.
Amen. That has got to be in our top 10. You got to make sure we get that in the best of the HoodCast.
Okay, you just remember it because I'm not gonna look for it.
Oh, we gonna timestamp that one. That's probably one of the best random statements we have. Who we got next? Jen, you want to go next?
Yep.
Yes. If your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it.
Amen.
Hey.
Hey,
now, this is one I'm gonna pick it back off of that one. I'm gonna pick it back off of one.
Go ahead, G-Mac.
You gotta know how to swim first. A lot of black people know how to swim, especially black women because they don't want to get their hair wet. Okay.
I always got to throw some salt in the game. You always got to throw some salt in the game.
Everything.
Well, my random statement for the night is be prepared for whatever. Be prepared for whatever. We can't tell the future, but if you prepare for whatever, you will not be surprised.
That's it, everybody. I will see y'all January the 9th, 2023. Happy New Year's and have a very, very hood day.
Have a hood day.
Have a hood day.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. HoodTech presents the HoodCast.